Guys, his name is Captain Dwight Bazile. He's a 37-year veteran of the Houston Fire Department, and tonight he is fighting for his life inside that hospital. It looks like we're at a car dealership somewhere in the Northeast, but no, we are 70 miles north of Houston in Huntsville, Texas. And take a look at this. This is one of the many piles of debris littered all across this apartment complex. Right now, families are still working to pick up all the pieces. In fact, you need a key card to even get inside, but those two students that were robbed, they made one mistake. The good news, though, the water has receded quite a bit. You can tell, though, still pretty high, about ankle deep.
Marcelino?
Well, Lisa, this intersection was an accident waiting to happen. Earlier today, we saw 2 accidents, so I put in a call to get this taken care of, and now it's all fixed up. Thousands of wheels spin through Greenbrier and 59 every day, but today we saw firsthand how dangerous it can be. Believe it or not, that was accident number 2. The first one happened just minutes earlier.
They need to do something out here. They need to get somebody to monitor the situation. You know, fortunately, y'all were here today to film it and see it just by accident, and seeing that it happened, and hopefully somebody will do something about it.
They crashed like right here.
Quintera Randall told me it happened 3 times yesterday. Drivers even head the wrong way.
Look, they going up the wrong way right now.
When a viewer told us about it, we came out to investigate. You can see how difficult it is to see that light when you're crossing under 59.
The only reason I stopped was because this car was stopped.
The bridge blocked the red light. I can't see.
There were just 2 accidents, but plenty of close calls. Drivers inadvertently blowing through red lights or slamming on their brakes just in the nick of time.
It's a big problem.
We called TxDOT to get answers, and it says the intersection is a problem, that the signal was just put in Monday and installed too high. Just 2 hours after our call, crews showed up to fix the problem.
I tell my mama all the time about this light.
Now Quintera's hoping after today's fix, Mama and everyone else will be safe. Back out here live, you can see what those crews did, dropping those lights lower using those poles. Now those drivers should have no problem seeing it and hopefully have no problem getting through this intersection in one piece. For now, we are live along US 59. I'm Marcelino Benito, KHOU 11 News.
Hi, welcome to Freddy's.
At Freddy's, they come for the burgers and fries,
Guest number 133.
but stay for the frozen custard. And Travis
What can I get you?
is always ready to serve. On Wednesday, he took the order of a very special little boy.
He wants to order dessert.
The boy comes up to the counter, fidgeting with coins and a few dollar bills, hoping he has enough for that mini mint Oreo custard.
He was a little nervous that he didn't have enough, and he kind of just ended up handing me everything he had.
It wasn't enough.
He was maybe $2 short.
So Travis, just a few minutes from the end of his shift, pulled out his own credit card and said, "It's on me."
Just the biggest eyes and just the widest smile.
A swipe that made a difference, but you see, the story doesn't end there. Just half an hour later, that same little boy handed Travis a note as he and his mother walked out.
It says, "Thank you for being so nice and paying for my concrete. We need more people like you."
This time,
And
it was Travis that smiled.
I was smiling for the rest of the day. I could not get over it.
Wrapped up inside the receipt, a $100 bill.
It made my day.
Money Travis plans to put away for nursing school.
I like to think that I made a good impact on their day, and I kind of brightened it up just like they did mine.
Freddy's plans to give Travis an extra $100, and the restaurant says it wants to find that family. It says they have gift cards waiting for them. We're reporting from Freddy's in Katy. I'm Marcelino Benito, KHOU 11 News. The worst of this fire is over, but the wait out here continues. You can see that long line of cars, all those flashing lights. Those are all families waiting to get back inside their neighborhood to see if their home survived. Chopper streaked across an orange sky. A relentless day-long battle to stop a wildfire that started when this trailer carrying hay ignited.
Got here as fast as I could. It's been crazy. Fire trucks everywhere.
Courtney White watched that fiery glow creep closer
I was shaking. I was nervous.
and feared her home was next.
And I came in, I just started grabbing stuff.
Just a quarter mile from the command post,
Everything was on fire.
the fire started to surround Reagan Nelson's home.
And they had every water hose that we had, and they were keeping the fire away from the house.
It came within 2 feet, but firefighters from more than 10 departments didn't let it get any closer. She even found her dog alive.
This little guy, we thought he was gone, but we were driving back and he was in the pen out there.
Aerial crews kept fighting as flames reignited near the highway, down the dirt road from Reagan's home, past the still burning fences. Others weren't so lucky. We found multiple structures destroyed, even this mobile home. More than 700 acres of smoky fields charred as the sun set in Huntsville.
You would never think that you'd be in the middle of anything like this. It's crazy. Thank goodness for the firefighters that came to fight it and for everybody who's willing to help.
Early reports indicate 4 homes may have burned down, but the Forest Service won't confirm those details until their damage assessment team makes it out here tomorrow morning. Drive or fly into the mile-high city, and soon, there it is, the sweet smell of success.
It's kind of like an oil rush, but a green rush.
Texans flocking to Denver for more than just a thrill on the ski slopes.
Hi, partner. How are you doing?
The lure is a true Rocky Mountain high, courtesy of Colorado's high-flying legal marijuana industry.
I came to Denver to smoke, and I've smoked. I have a great time. This is amazing.
1 year since Colorado legalized recreational pot, the craving hasn't faded. We hopped on board the Cannabis to see for ourselves.
We get a lot of very, very interesting customers.
Danny Schaefer is COO of My 420 Tours. Every Saturday, he packs this black limo with out-of-state visitors, and Texans lead the way.
Colorado already has a booming tourist economy. We're just sprinkling cannabis on it.
On the ride, parents puff with potheads. Mechanical engineers smoke with high school dropouts.
So you could be sitting next to a businessman from Tokyo, right next to a guy from Austin, Texas.
The tours stop at grow sites where curious Texans get an up-close look at all the green.
The weed is amazing.
For Texans used to smoking discreetly, this very public getaway is well worth the $99 price tag. Just outside downtown Denver, you'll find a cozy little hotel where check-in is at 4, happy hour at 4:20.
We're pioneers.
Joel Schneider and his wife Lisa
We have 6 rooms.
moved here from New York to open the Adagio,
This is the Brahms.
known in Denver as the Bud and Breakfast. It looks like any other bed and breakfast, but this one is a little different, and Texans are taking note, flocking here and lighting up.
We've had professionals. We've had lawyers, doctors.
On this winter weekend, 4 of their 6 rooms all booked by Texans.
It's a weedcation.
It's where we met Bill and Sue. They asked us not to use their real names. A young, successful couple who regularly smoke weed.
Very few people know that we smoke. Very few. And that's on purpose.
They're here celebrating Bill's birthday weekend with a little weed and relaxation.
It's great. There's nothing like a place that you don't feel like a criminal. You can relax, and I mean, it's nice to, you know, have that place that's safe to go to.
It's very strange to walk into a house and be like, oh, and over here is our cannabis bar, and like that would just never happen in Texas. And here it's like, well, when in Rome, why not stay at a bed and breakfast where you can actually partake and not get in trouble for it.
But these getaways do carry some risk. A company can still fire you if you fail a drug test, and it's illegal to bring the weed home with you, though many Texans try it.
It's very hush-hush.
Texans actually know their weed quite well.
Buying everything from joints to edibles, patches, even oils. It's a constantly evolving industry that's already brought in more than $295 million in sales.
Colorado's full of a bunch of pothead Republicans, and it's kind of true. And as far as I've seen, so is Texas.
1 year in, Texans from all walks of life have proven they have an appetite for the green stuff. In Denver, Marcelino Benito, KHOU 11 News. We are here at HPD headquarters because that scene was no longer safe for us to be around. We were inside our live truck working on our story tonight when all of a sudden we heard loud screams followed by several gunshots. We immediately took cover in our live truck until we felt it was safe enough to make a run for a neighbor's house, where we hid behind trash cans just waiting for police to arrive. All of this unfolding less than 24 hours after a 13-year-old girl was shot and killed in that very driveway. Outside the place where friends and family mourn 13-year-old Kenise Smith, killed by a drive-by shooter last night. Grief interrupted by sounds of gunshots again. Like the hundreds gathered, we too ran for cover, not knowing where the bullets were coming from or who had the gun. Police arrived within minutes and began their search for the shooter, trying to gain control of the scene. A neighborhood already gripped with grief, now gripped by fear. Luckily, no one injured tonight.
I was here myself. I was at the house also, so it could have been me.
Last night, though, an innocent girl just getting ready to head to the movies was caught in the crossfire.
We was all outside and we was having fun. And then she was like, you only live once. And then she was like, so I'ma live it.
Kenise's friends moved to tears, wondering why. Her 17-year-old cousin was shot too scared to show his face when he spoke to us earlier.
I tried to save her. By the time I knew it, she was already hit. I got blood all on my hands.
Kenise's aunt is devastated.
I have this pain in my chest that just doesn't want to go away.
And now, after more gunfire tonight, this already grieving family is scared. They say they know who the shooter is and want him caught.
Oh, he need to turn himself in so that her mother can have some peace.
Again, fortunately, no one was injured tonight. Police tell me no one is in custody for tonight's shooting, and no one has been taken into custody either for last night's shooting. If you have any information on who may be responsible for any of these, you're asked to call Houston Police. We're live downtown tonight. I'm Marcelino Benito, KHOU 11 News. Along 45 South, one of Houston's busiest freeways.
It's all about the honk. What's up, boy?
They're honking for Hannibal Rose.
Houston! I love you!
A 23-year-old who calls himself baller on a bridge. His basketball tricks and inspiring poster messages at the Dallas Street overpass.
Spin it over the highway, bounce it off the knee.
Are making for quite a show during Houston's hectic rush hour. He whips the balls back and forth with careful precision, careful not to drop one down below.
I get creative up here because I know that's what the people would like to see as well.
He does it to make your drive home just a bit less stressful.
Some of the people, they even want me to throw the ball to them. And I just...
But what he does on this bridge is about a lot more than basketball. These tricks helped get Hannibal's life back on track.
This basketball has done a lot of great things for me.
He grew up in Houston's Fourth Ward projects and now uses basketball.
This bridge right here was the start of it all.
To mentor Houston area kids.
But this is a tool. This is a tool to get closer to the community. This is a tool that is used to inspire and motivate.
He even inspired me to give it a spin.
You got it, big dog.
But leave it to the pros, he says. His unusual talent making one of Houston's biggest headaches.
I love the people over this highway.
The bumper-to-bumper traffic, something we can all smile about. Marcelino Benito, KHOU 11 News.
That is cute. Put that one back on.
Tucked in the back of a wig shop in Tomball, two sisters are helping Molly Garza believe again.
We felt angry because how could somebody do that to anybody, much less somebody going through cancer?
All of our viewers angry. A Grinch had swiped a wig from Molly's mailbox and deeply crushed a woman who's fighting for her life.
Be violated like that when somebody would take a wig that would give me a little bit more decency and make me feel a little bit more human. I just couldn't believe it.
But today came a little Christmas kindness when Molly was asked to come shop for a brand new wig.
I had a huge selection of wigs to choose from.
It didn't take long.
Like it was perfectly made.
To find just the right one that made Molly feel something she hasn't felt for a while.
It makes me feel pretty.
But what Molly didn't know is that all of this was a gift from two women.
Thank you so much.
Who just wanted to help.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kim.
There are good people in this world. Good can't come out of bad.
It was just more than I could ever expect. I am just...
She's moved.
It's
by two strangers now turned friends.
It's been a big blessing to me, and I'm very, very grateful to them. And I'm very grateful to you for taking your time to help me.
They didn't allow a pesky package thief.
You don't know how good this has made me feel.
To have the final word.
It has restored my faith in humanity.
In Tomball, Marcelino Benito, KHOU 11 News.